Alright, so in this tutorial I'd like to show you how can we display. So once we submit some data here and save it to the database, we need to retrieve it and show it here. So let's get down to it. So I'm gonna jump back into my custom fields function, this one, and I'm gonna start by retrieving data. Or you know what, let's first try to save something. So for example, 29, YouTube versus section versus lecture. Alright, so they are saved and updated, but we cannot see anything here. But once we hit update again, everything's gonna be lost because it's empty. We're updating our table with empty stuff, so we need to remove that. All right, so let's go back here. All right, so I'm gonna start by calling our database. So global WordPress $, the $sign WebPDB, and let's go down and let's write the name of the database that you want to retrieve data from, which is in our case, let me just get back to my cPanel. I call this one, even though it's my local PHPMyAdmin, but it's the real cPanel. So this is the name of the table. So let's write that down. So I need to create a variable. We can call it our database, our DB, and let's make it equal to the name of that. So like I said, again, we're going to be using the prefix, so WebDB, and let's set it to the prefix point or dot, and let's open the quotation marks and let's write this. So lms dash, or you know what, let me check again. So it's lms dash course dash details. I'm gonna just copy it from here. There is no need to include the WP, we already take care of that using the prefix. So lms, let me just remove the extra, and I think we can just close this variable. All right, so this is where the real fun gets started. So we need to write, for example, price, a variable price. So let's set it to the following. So I'm gonna start again with the WordPress with WebDB, and let's set it to this. So we need to get var variable, get variable. All we need is just one variable. In case you need to get the entire row, in that case you need to set get column. In our case we just need one variable, so let's set it to get var, and let's open the parentheses, let's close it, and inside it I'm going to start with these quotation marks, and we need to select. So let's select. So we're talking to the database, so as you can see everything is uppercase. So select what we need to select. So select what we need to select, for example, price. Yeah, let's select price. But here, as you can see, I'm going to be using a different quotation marks. These are the angled one, don't know what to call them, but you can find them on the top of the tab. So select price, where, from. So we need to write from what? From the database. What is our database? This one. So we already created the variable. You can just put it here, but we need to put it inside those angle quotation marks like this. But we need to, let me go back so that I can explain. So we're telling WordPress to select price, all right, from our database, from this one. But as you can see, we have a lot of prices here. We have the first one, second one, third one. Which one? Which one do you need? So the condition that we're going to be using is the course ID. We're going to be telling WordPress to select the price of the ID that has 9. So it's going to go straight. So ID 9, what is the price? 29. So display it. So the condition that we're going to be adding here is the following. So where the ID, where is the ID? This one, the ID. So let's put it inside again these weird quotation marks, where ID is equal to 9. So let's set it equal to 9. Not like this. So equal to 9, but not like this. Let me just go back. Let's put it inside. So it's equal to 9. All right, so let's save that and let's go back and let's do something. I'm gonna just echo our course price is, I'm gonna press a dot here, and let's add that variable, which is price. Also here I'd like to add some space. So price. All right, so let's save that and let's go back and let's take a look if it's gonna be visible or not in our custom field. So let's refresh, and as you can see, our course price is 29, which is working just fine. But the problem with this procedure, let me just explain. So if we got multiple courses, each one with its own ID, here we're going to be sticking to 9. So we need to somehow to make this 9 dynamic. So like I said before, we already used that variable. So let me just write it here. So I'm going to add ID. Let's make it equal to get the ID. We already used this one. So this is a WordPress function that's going to help us to get the post of this one, of this course right here. So all we have to do right now is to put it inside. But before doing that, I'd like to jump into the PHP. So as you can see, I'm adding other quotation marks and double dots, and inside it we can put ID. So now as you can see, it's a PHP variable, not just a text. Alright, so let's save and let's go back and let's do refresh and see if it's gonna be working or not. So let's upgrade this. Alright, so let's do refresh. Actually, it's from here. Yes, but we gotta delete this. Or you know what, we can just, for example, the price, let's set it to 86 or something like that. So let's do an update. Alright, 86 is shown, and also we got it here. So all we have to do right now is to display it here in its location, not here. So that is really easy. All we have to do is the following. So I'm gonna be going to this input, and we can add value. So this is the written value of that input. So for example, you can say hello. If we do refresh, you can always see this hello here. So that's the price. But also here, if we do an update, it's gonna be updated here, which is not the case. So actually what we need to do is to put that variable instead. So we need to make this field dynamic. So I'm gonna be copying this price that we pasted here. So let's copy it and let's put it here. So actually what we need to do is to open PHP tag inside that. So let's close it and let's do echo that price. Alright, so let's close it. Alright, so let's go back and let's do refresh. So 14. Let's do an update. Bam, as you can see, we got it. So this is a successful operation. We got our price. Alright, so let's do the same thing for all these other variables. I'm gonna just copy this one, the price, and let's go down and paste it 3 times. So we get the video, we get the content, and we have the subtitle. So I'm gonna just start subtitle. So we're gonna get variable select subtitle instead of price from our database, where the ID is equal to the ID. It's gonna stay the same. So the second one is gonna be the video. So let's get the video, select the video from our database, same thing. Last is gonna be the content. So let me just copy this one and let's select the content from our database. Also here I like to give it some tabs so that you can see it even better. You can see select price subtitle from our database. Okay, I think we're good. So let's do the same thing here. I'm gonna just copy this value and I'm gonna be pasting it in everything. So we got first the subtitle. Let's add it here. Subtitle. I'm gonna just change this one with subtitle. All right, here we have the video trailer. Gonna be adding it here. Just this one. It's just the value. So let's just copy this one. Control C, and let's paste it inside. And here let's put video. And lastly, we have the content. So let's paste it here. So value of the content. Oops, not this way. Content. Alright, so let's go back and let's check if this is working or not. So subtitle, this is our subtitle. Let's change this one to 40. Video trailer, let's use Vimeo, and section versus lecture. So let's do an update and let's see if it's gonna stick or not. And bam, as you can see, everything is working just fine. This is our second. Can do another check. This is our second subtitle. Here let's set it to 60, Vimeo number 2 versus section versus lecture number 2. Alright, so let's do an update and let's see if everything is working. Bam, all is good, all is doing excellent. Alright, so that's it for this lecture. So if you have any questions, you can leave them. So thanks a lot, and I hope to see you in the next coming lecture. Take care.